quinoa. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Yes, it's me, April Love, here in Boston, wishing you a blessed time. Hope you're finding reasons to smile, to laugh, to enjoy life, to appreciate everything and everyone around you. So, we're making cauliflower quinoa biscuits. I'm also making roasted veggies. I'm not going to show the roasted veggies because that's kind of self-explanatory. Cut them up, oil, seasoning, stuck them in the oven, and they're done. But for the quinoa, cauliflower biscuits, that's what I'm gonna focus on in this video. So let's get started. Alright, first what I'm starting with is making the quinoa. Because while this is cooking, I can prepare everything else. So what you're gonna do with the quinoa first is you're gonna rinse it like you would rinse rice before you cook it. The reason for that is because if you don't rinse it, it kind of gets a bittery taste and it doesn't cook right. So you're going to rinse. I already rinsed this out. The other thing you're going to do, I already have my pot heating up, and what I'm going to add is about a tablespoon of coconut oil. You can use whatever oil you prefer to use for your cooking. I'm just doing this, and what you're going to do before you even add the quinoa or the water to the pan is before you add the water, you gotta toast the quinoa. So oil's heated up and ready. So you let this toast for about, I'd say, about 5 minutes. You're going to mix it around a little bit. Again, this is also to help to keep the bitterness down. And to make the quinoa is basically the same idea as making rice. It's 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of water or liquid. I prefer to use stock instead of this plain old water. So I'm gonna pull out. What am I gonna pull? I'll pull out the. We'll go with veggie stock. Get the veggie stock. I also have chicken stock, but I think I'm gonna keep it as keep it as clean as possible without the thing. So I'm gonna use 2 cups of the veggie stock with the quinoa and alright. Okay, now I'm letting it get to a boil, and while I'm waiting, I know you're supposed to wait on the seasoning, but what I find is if I do it while it's cooking, the seasoning gets absorbed into the rice or the quinoa. So I'm putting pepper, garlic powder, salt, paprika. Might be a little too much. And a little bit of cumin. Not cumin. And a little bit of turmeric. If you want to put your butter or oil in now, you can do it. But again, whichever way you normally make your rice, that's the way you want to do the quinoa. So I'm just going to stir this a little bit, let it come to a boil. And I have the heat on high at the moment to get that boil. Now that it's at a boil, I'm going to throw a cover on it. Gonna turn the heat down to low, and I'm gonna let it simmer for about 20 minutes or so, give or take a few minutes. Alright, so right now I got the cauliflower cut up and I got it in the processor, because for this recipe they say they have the cauliflower like a rice consistency. So I'm going to put it in the processor, and it only asks for a half a cauliflower, but depending on how big it is or how much you plan to make, I guess you can always alter it to fit your needs. So I had a large head of cauliflower, and I just want to use the whole thing, so I'm going to do this in batches and we'll get into the next step. Alright, so the cauliflower is grinded down. I threw some shredded carrots in because I'm kind of doing a little bit of my own thing. And the quinoa just finished. And the way you know that it's done is once your timer goes off, or what you use, it should come out nice and fluffy like this. So I just shut the heat off on this. I'm going to let it set to the side while I prepare my roasted veggies, because I'm going to throw those in the pan. Because you're going to let this cool off a little bit before you start making the biscuits. So I'm going to let this cool. I'm going to have the cauliflower is all ready to go. And I'm going to mix everything in just a few minutes. So I'll be right back. Here, have some. Wait, I got my roasted veggies going. And now to deal with this. So far, the only thing I've added is some green onion or scallions, a clove of garlic, and I'm going to add 2 eggs. Quinoa, a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Ask for some dry oregano, so I'll put that in now. But I'm gonna add in some garlic powder or onion powder. Now the garlic powder. A little chili powder. Salt. Paprika, cumin, regular pepper, some parsley, and even though I put the Parmesan in, some shredded cheese. Just to give it a little more cheesiness. And now we're just going to mix it. And obviously the egg is meant to bind everything together. So we'll see how well this works out. I may have to use another egg because I have more than what it asked for. Yeah, I'm going to use more egg. Alright, I'm just going to mix this together and show you the end result. And if I didn't mention it already, make sure your oven is already heated up to 350. Mine's going to be a little higher because I'm running out of time, so I want to get this together as soon as possible. It's been mixed together, and I put them in muffin tins. And I'm just waiting to put in the oven. I'm waiting for my roasted veggies to come out. So, and again, you put the oven at 350. Make sure you grease the muffin tins before you put them in, so it's easy to get it out later. Use your oil of choice or butter of choice. And now, so they just came out of the oven. I'm gonna let them sit for about 5 minutes, and then we'll take them out of the tins. Okay, now we're gonna try to get them out of the tins. Alright, ready for the final result? Ta-da! Got my roasted veggies. There are the biscuits. I already put the rest in a container. And yeah, now I just need to taste it. Okay, how was it?
A narrow gravel pathway where he said the feeling one gets is...
Alright, so that's the end of it. Well, actually, hold on. I didn't taste it yet. Alright, so let's taste this. Could use a little more seasoning, to be honest, but the textures are right. Could be a little more firm, a little more crispy, but I like it, of course, because I made it. My mama said it was good. My other brother is picky, so he's not gonna... My brother's going to be picky about it, so I'm not going to get his review. And, yeah. Thumbs up. Try it. Tell me how you like it. Add whatever seasonings. Make it your own. But I'll put the basic base recipe down below. The link for it. And other than that, I'm good. I'm done. So I'll see you in the next vlog. I truly hope you liked this. Thumbs it up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, like, love, share, and inspire. Much love. Peace. Don't forget, love is everything. Woo.